Yeah. Yeah, buddy. You already know what time it is. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This is the Pay for Excellence podcast. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. I feel it's important to discuss this topic because we need some clarity. There's a lot of things going on. We need some clarity. You know what I mean? And it's a healthy discussion because I think that a lot of people, men and women, they have a misconception about this. They got it wrong. I think a lot of men got it wrong. And I think a whole lot of women got this wrong. All right, and we're going to discuss these things. All right, see what we got in the building. Broken Traditions, my man LaRon's in the building. Love is the word. My dude Bert's in the building. Salute. G5 Gabe in the building. Salute. My brother Rod Neal. Salute. Shawa. Salute. Man, why are you bullying your husband? What you mean he's there? I saw you on Stormy's chat. You there? She said, he's here, he's not speaking, and I'm not in the comments. Let that brother live. Let the brother live. Yeah, man. So, let me refresh this right here. I don't know what's going on here. Man, that's weird. Hold on a minute. All right, wait a minute. We have a little bit of a situation here. Hold on. Not a big deal. YouTube act funny style. I promise you they do. Oh, he said he doesn't want to speak under... Oh, he was on his own account? Oh, okay. There you go. Do Better Podcast in the building. Salute. 88 Sports Talk. Salute. Oh, he has to wait 6 weeks? On which channel? On Stormy's? Oh, there's a way around that, baby. There's a way around that. David Scott, salute, my brother. Hold on, let me pull this up right here. I'm doing something. YouTube was acting funny. Yo, that's bugged out. Wait a minute. Hold on a second, y'all. I'm trying to figure something out right here. I'm live. I'm looking at the chat, right? Acondo, what up, brother? Okay. So now I'm going here. How is that possible? All right, wait a minute. Something's weird. Oh, I know what's wrong. I know what's wrong. No wonder. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here, man. Oh my God, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. The kid done did something to my damn account. I'm trying to figure out what. Damn, man. Sheesh. All right, I fixed it. All right, we good. We good now. Now I can see the chat on 2 screens. Crazy. You gotta let me know when they do stuff like that. Anyway. All right, man, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Philip D, what up? Picasso, what up? Now look, yeah, let's talk about it, man. Word up. I picked this picture for a reason, man. These are average brothers, and that's Brooklyn. That's Brooklyn. That's just an average. You will see brothers walking around like this all downtown, midtown Manhattan, downtown Brooklyn, some parts of the Bronx. These are black men. I don't know them personally at all, but these are black men. They're well dressed. They ain't got their pants sagging. Looks like a nice spring day. But there's brothers that actually get up out their bed and they take pride in how they dress, how the world views them. Now, come on now. I know that there's certain things that you can't help because you're black. However, there are some things you can help. You look friendlier when you're dressed like this. You look more educated when you're dressed like this. You look more presentable when you're dressed like this. And the type of female you will attract will mostly be of better quality. You understand? I know a lot of brothers that dress like this, that they're musicians, you know, they're stockbrokers, they're real estate agents. You know, they have various positions in life, man. You understand? This is us. All right? And do these men look like bums? Now, again, I'm going to assume the best of them. You know what I'm saying? They're walking down the street smiling. Okay? You are least likely to cross the street when you see a bunch of brothers like this coming. Dressed like this coming. Now, again, there's certain things you can't help. There's some people that have a preconceived notion of who you are. Yeah, I see you, Picasso. I know there's certain things you can't help. But I'm saying in New York, in bigger cities, LA, Chicago, and in bigger cities where we are more frequent, you know, look, you can get, and I promise you I'm going somewhere with this, you can get profiled just because you're black. It don't matter how you dress, but I'm saying you are least likely. Hold on. Okay. People are texting me. Okay, you know, you're least likely to get harassed or, you know, judged in a negative way. I'm talking about. If I'm gonna get judged, I'd rather get judged in a positive way. Oh, he look like he got money. I ain't the richest person in the world, but I ain't broke either. You know, you walking down the street and you just smiling, you look less intimidating. And what I'm saying is these right here, these guys on here, I don't know what they do for a living. They might just be modeling somebody's gear. I just grabbed this offline and I found this very a refreshing picture. I like seeing my brothers dressed like this. Okay? And, you know, listen, I feel good when I leave the house dressed like this. I feel good. That interview I had with Sugar Hill, and I had on that goddamn camouflage do-rag. Yo, y'all, I just came from the gym. Paul Carrick, salute to you, brother. Appreciate you. I just came from the gym, and then Tate Jones called me and said, yo, turn on Fred's show. And I said, oh, shit. And I just never took it off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no doubt, Philip. And let me tell you something, man. When you get to a certain age, you got to start dressing like that, man. You understand? It's very refreshing when I dress like that. I get different looks. When I'm running to the gym and I'm just got on like my shorts or some, you know, jogging pants or whatever, I look like I just got out of prison. That's frustrating. I've actually been in places where I'm like, after the gym, I got to go to the supermarket. I have brothers come to me, yo, man, how much time you did? I don't subscribe to that. I've never been to prison. I just work out, man. Damn. Alfred, salute, brother. You look good in the mirror. You feel good. You speak good. You feel better when you dress a certain way. I challenge everyone. Change how you dress. Stop dressing like a kid. All right? God rest the Godfather. He had something called Suit Saturdays. He challenged every brother just to wear a suit and just go out somewhere. You, do your daily thing on a Saturday, but just do it in the suit. Kane, salute. Hell yeah. Just do it in the suit. Yeah. Yeah, 88. They be like, yeah, how much time you did? I'm like, nothing, man. I just do push-ups every day. God damn. So the reason why I put this picture up is because I'm assuming the best out of these brothers on the screen. All right? Now, I'm saying I'm assuming the best out of these brothers, right? And a random female, I'm not talking about the females in my chat, but a random female that's had poor situations in her life due to her choices, she'll look at these brothers and say, I don't care about how they dress. They can have 18 baby mamas and da-da-da. Okay, well, you know, you look at the cup half empty, I look at it half full. Nicholas Levy, salute. If you got done dirty by some dude, you need to check yourself. Not every man is a Jekyll and Hyde. Oh, I met him and he was this good guy and then he just turned her. I don't believe all of that. Does it happen? Yes. But that seems to be an ongoing, recurring story, and I don't buy all of it. Does it happen sometimes? Yes. I don't buy it. But I'm putting this picture up to show you not all black men are a certain way. And these will be the brothers that can't find a damn wife. What could you possibly say negative about this picture? But then I can show them another picture of some dude standing there with their pants sagging, with their abs out, with an unregistered gun, with scarves on their head, throwing up a gang sign. And chicks will think that's sexy. Chicks of all ages will think that's sexy. My brother Philip said, when I was in the Navy in Norfolk, VA, that is the one thing I miss about being in the East. I love dressing like this. Places with great weather are kind of challenging, but it can be done. Let me tell you something, man. There's nothing more refreshing. I got like khakis, I got dress pants, I got button-up shirts, polo shirts. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you, brother, something else. Like, you see this brother on the left-hand side. I got a black vest that I wear with some pants. That shit is like ridiculously good looking. Like, on me, I look good. This husky brother in the middle, third from the left. I like his outfit. But you know what's also refreshing for me? Like, you know, I exercise. And I keep my weight down. I keep my weight around a certain, you know, like 215, 220-ish. Well, I was 225 this morning, but I know why. I didn't do cardio in like 3 days because, you know, I was dealing with, you know, the fight weekend. But I, you know, whatever. I'll piss that out tomorrow. I'm good. But the clothes fit better. You feel better. Now, when you have a woman talking about how bad she got done dirty, and some of these women are pointing to black men and talk about we negative, and I show up this picture, I'm like, well, who, these men? How do you find fault in what these men are doing? They all dress well. They all smiling. Why would you look for fault in these brothers on this picture? And that's what I'm asking. Yeah, that 10 3/4. Yo, I was looking at a 3/4 today. I need two of them. I saw a striped one and I saw one that looked just like that. Let me show y'all something. Let me see if I can pull up this picture. Did y'all peep the picture I took with Gerald Washington? Let me show you what this brother had on. I told him, I said, bro, you looking sharp. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Now, I was at a sports event, so I didn't dress like that on purpose. But look at how this brother's dressed. That's not sharp. That's not sharp. I don't know whether he's a boxer or an R&B singer. See, brothers, 100% Steve Elder Max, salute. You get what you put out. Rod Neal says facts. That's why I wore a Stacey Adams sweater and some. I wore a sweater and some Stacey Adams this weekend. It's too hot to wear that in Houston most times. Word up. One thing I say about where we live, we got 4 seasons, and you have gear for all of them. I like spring, winter. I got some, I got some coats. My wife bought me these 2 jackets, 2 spring leathers. I got some jeans. I got some matching shoes. So you out exactly, Shawar, you out here looking fresh. So when these women, I'm talking about the negative women, when they look at pictures like this and find fault, they look at pictures like this with this brother Gerald Washington, looking fresh and find fault. Now, true, you could be, it don't matter how you dress. You know what I'm saying? Alan Young, salute, bro. Pleasure to see you. You can still be an asshole. But I'm saying, image is everything, is it not? So when these women that got a problem refer to us as a whole and say that we're negative, I'm like, brothers that look like this? Never mind me. Never mind me. But look at him. Brothers that walk down the block looking like this? You know what they'll say about brothers? Oh, they're arrogant. It's like you can't win for losing. My brother Phil D says, I love that brother's trench coat. Yeah, and the Chelsea boots. I got about 8 pairs of Chelsea boots, so I consider myself addicted. Thank you, Kevin Samuels. Rest in power, man. That brother was on to everything. There she goes. Sweet Tea, salute. Listen, I don't know your girlfriend name, but tell her I said this, all right? Tell her I said, okay? Okay? Breakfast on me. Yup. Woke, what up, bro? Mac of the South, my brother in the building, salute. So, what I'm doing is I'm painting a picture that not all of us are negative. I mean, that right there, the pictures that I showed you, that's, believe it or not, that's the 84%, man. Those brothers, dressing like that, talking like that, or these dudes, I mean, really think about it. Picture them in tank tops and, jeans sagging below their ass and can't speak a proper fucking sentence. If they behave like that, if they behave like the 16%, they might get all the attention of the women because they look more excited. You understand? So this is it's an absolute tough sell, man. But those brothers are the ones that can't find a significant other. So they pack it up and they say, look, man, I'm striking out. I'm trying to, make a seed, man. I need a legacy. I'm in the top of my career, or I'm on my way, and I'm trying to reproduce. I'm trying to do it the correct way, man. So what's going on here? And unfortunately, these brothers got to get up and get out, man. So my question tonight is, when you see those brothers like that saying, yo, look, man, I can't do this, man. I can't find a mate. I can't find a woman that ain't got a child. And then when I'm talking to her and I tell her I'm 30 plus years old, knocking on 40, and I tell her I don't have no damn children, and she says, well, there's something wrong with me. There's something wrong with you. And not that I'm responsible. She already goes to, well, there's something wrong with you. No woman wanted your baby. No, I wanted to be married before I made a baby. When you got women saying, well, that just don't happen in abundance, and you on dating apps, these brothers literally have to go to dating like matchmakers. That's a full-time gig. I thought it was a joke. They got to go to matchmakers. They got to go to matchmakers to find mates. And most of the times, it don't even be in the goddamn city that they live in. He live in LA, she live in Chicago. He live in Chicago, she live in Houston. He live in Houston, she live in New York. And they got to meet somewhere in the middle. Yeah. They look at you, exactly, Phil. They look at you like there's something wrong with you. Man, it's like, nah, how about this? My parents raised me right. You know how much, when I was in my 20s, when you gonna have a baby? Only black women said that to me, and I'm not even kidding. When you gonna have a baby? When you gonna have a baby? I'm like, no, that was my answer. When you gonna have a baby? When you gonna have a baby? No. That was my answer. Spanish women, the 3 white women that worked with me, and the Asian ladies in the street that worked at the stores. Oh, yeah, you're so handsome. When you get married? The Spanish lady. Why are you not married? The white chicks literally said to me, you ain't got your eye on anyone? You don't want to walk the aisle? Why were they talking about marriage? But the chicks that I work with, the black women, was, when you had no baby. You see how messed up we are? Bro. It's all backwards. It's all backwards. So, it's unfortunate. So what the brothers figured out later on down the road was, it's not that hard to travel. There goes my brother right there. I make sure I go subscribe to my brother Growth Talk Podcast. This brother's a passport brother. See? What brothers figured out is that it's not as expensive as you make it out to be just to travel. You can travel on a budget. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, they even got tutorials on how to travel to certain countries on a budget. Now, to the women, the 90% of women, well, the women that allowed the 16% of bad dudes to be responsible for 90% of the childbirths out of wedlock, I'm talking to those women. H-Town salute, I'm talking to those women. So if it don't apply, let it fly. I don't know why you decide to try and cut down the men that are saying, yo, look, if we was in a club, you'd be telling me, get out your face anyway. I'm sorry, after I bought you a fucking drink. It's, yeah, Maybe I want to take that drink into a date later. But now you just there to drink and wear a dress that's 8 sizes too small. You know what I'm saying? You're really a size 14, but you squeeze your shit into a goddamn 10. You got some nerve. Those buttons, man, if they fly off that dress, they're going to become killer projectiles. Out of a 6-hour P226, breaking the fucking bottles from behind the bar. You remember when Superman was flicking the peanuts in Superman 2 when he went into the bar? the buttons be screaming, oh shit, on the dress. One sneeze and it's a wrap. Them shit's turning to weapons. Nigga be laying there with a fucking buttonhole through his head like, you killed him, bitch. Those are the women complaining about the brothers like Growth, saying, you know what, screw you guys. I need a woman that's fit, feminine, friendly, submissive, inspirational. Hey, man. And I know, listen, sisters, if it don't apply, let it fly. I'm talking to the women that are responsible for giving the 16% of bad men breathing room and allowing them to be responsible for 90% of the births out of wedlock. These are the women I'm talking to. See, like a sister like Shawa, she has no horse in this race. She has her man, she's happy. I'm not talking about Sweet Tea. She's living life well. You understand? Yes, subscribe to Growth. He can tell you all about a passport and what these brothers have known now, what they've come to know now. See, because we're in the age of technology. I know back in the 90s, I used to think traveling to like France and stuff, I used to think shit like that was like super expensive and out my reach. You know, especially going to the other countries in Venezuela and, you know, these other places. I can go tomorrow if I want. Well, maybe not tomorrow. I can go next week if I wanted to. I can go on my days off. Go there and fly back. It's not that difficult. But they make it seem like it's out of reach. And what I've seen now is I've seen a lot of sisters that are trying to discourage and talk down on it. They think that men are going to these countries and picking on these innocent women who don't know any better. And we're taking advantage of them and sexing them up and making them slaves. Why do you think we're going to the gutter? And I'm saying I'm talking about men. I'm happily married, but I'm talking about men. Why do you think these men are going to these other countries in getting these women out of the gutter? Like these countries are dead broke. Why do you think that? The same reason why I heard this one chick say, oh, I don't know what they think they're doing because these niggas out here, they're late with their child support. You can't get a passport if you're late with your child support. I said, whoa, what kind of dudes are you fucking with? What kind of dudes you fucking with? For her to say that, what kind of men you think she's used to dealing with? My close friends, they don't have criminal records. Of course, I know a few dudes that went to prison or got locked up a couple of times. But hard time, I know 2 guys that did hard time. That's it. But who is she used to dealing with? And what does she think brothers like this are doing? I bet you if I got that sister on this show right now, she'd be on some, oh, well, you don't know them. How about this? You open your mouth and I swear to God, I know you. You look at the cup half empty, I look at it half full. Those are respectable men. And I don't know who harmed you. But don't take that paintbrush and paint all of us in a negative light. Because you made a few bad mistakes. Because I bet you those women that are talking all this negative nonsense, they got multiple kids from multiple dudes. And they will tell you that it's not their fault. They will tell you that it's all the man's fault and he did this and he did that. No. Those 2 baby daddies, I know enough women that got 2 different or 3 different fathers to their children, and they may be different by way of DNA, but all of those dudes are the same dude. They're out in the street, They either hustling, but one thing they had in common was, I can't deal with her. This mouth. Upper echelon, salute. Growth says, and it's deeper than the woman too. I know where a lot of people's heads go, but they are there. It's billions of women in the world with a B. Yo, listen. Sisters, we are outnumbered. Y'all outnumber us. Yeah, I love that excuse. He tricked me. I was young. No, you wasn't. You was 23 years old. You ain't listen to your mama? You ain't listen to your dad? Oh, there's that D word. I ain't talking about dick either. You listen to your daddy? Your daddy ain't put you in the game? You ain't got no uncles? You ain't got no older brothers? You ain't got no OGs? You ain't got no pastors in the church or something? You ain't have no male role model that can put some game in your ear, something? Nothing? You ain't know nothing? It was all your fault. It was all his fault. He manipulated you? Stop. Philip says, if their women don't care, then why so many hating ass reaction videos? Brother, and that's where I'm going with this. There are so many hater videos about the Passport Brothers. I can't count how many of them. I can't count. There's so many. So many. I'm like, these are the corny dudes that y'all ain't want nothing to do with. And here's another thing. What makes these women qualified to be angry? That's the nature of the show. Do they know the women that are in these other countries? How do they know what's going on in these other countries? They think that these men are going there and going into huts and they're grabbing the young chick who's kneeled over a running creek of dirty water and there's a moose standing in it or a buffalo and they're drinking from it. Hey, come on, you look cute. I'm gonna wash up and bring you back to the States and make you my slave. Hey, newsflash, they have running water in hot water. They have running hot water in other countries. They do. And who are you to judge, young lady or old lady? I see a lot of old women. You want to talk about hit the wall? No, they crashed through the wall. They broke that brick shit. And they done rolled on the floor. Shrapnel all in their goddamn. Do they know these women? Have they been there? They don't. So what makes them qualified to talk? Don't get mad that the dudes that you didn't want are saying, yo, look, y'all are outnumbered. And this is what I'm saying. Remember when I asked the question about women competing for men? Do y'all remember what I was met with? If he don't want me, oh well. How about compete? Compete. You know what happened? Men figured out that, yo, we outnumbered. We don't have to compete, really. That's what we thought. So you do the right thing and you try and talk to people, and then you find out that a lot of these women, they're just angry. And a lot of them are not a lot of them aren't. They're not childless. They're not. And it's like, yo, they look at you crazy when you say, so for some of you brothers, yo, I ain't got no kids. Oh, you 30? Why you ain't got no kids? Is something wrong with you? No. I've just been responsible with my penis. How about you? You've been responsible with your kitty cat? I got 2 kids. Really? Already you're DQ'd. Why are women mad at men who want a fresh pair of ovaries? Why is that wrong? And then I hear weird shit like, yeah, well, he gotta wait. Wait on what? You ain't let Abdul and Raheem wait. You gave him access to those ovaries 12 years ago, both of them. No condom. Evidence of that, because you spit out 2 kids. Snacks B, salute. The man, salute. So come on, man. That's funny, the man, yeah. So do these women, with all of these standards, everybody's on social media. Go to TikTok, go to Instagram. And I don't know how the hell it pops up on my when I'm scrolling. There's always some chick with a snatched waist twerking. This is what men have to look forward to. Did y'all see the lady up in Houston, the black restaurant, has a dress code. She walks right up in there ass naked. And then smoke screens it by saying this is body positivity. It wasn't an adult club or nothing like that. That's a family establishment. The dress code was you have to have your pants pulled up, dressed correctly, and I think nothing on your head and nothing like that. Yeah, turkey leg hut. And what does she do? Walks right up in there like an emotionally disturbed person, or EDP for short. Ass naked. Well, she has sneakers on. And talking about I'm doing this for body positivity. No, you're not. You're doing it because you have no class. And the weird part was the women that stuck up for her. And I promise you, if that was a man that walked in there, chubby, with just sneakers on, they'd have called the police, man. And men would have jumped up and probably started kicking his ass. Now, what if you sitting there in the establishment and you waiting on to get seated, or you waiting online, and this woman walks past and you got your 10-year-old boy with you, and your 7-year-old daughter or niece or nephew with you, and they seen this ass naked woman walk past. Yeah, no do-rags, saggy pants, bonnets, fuzzy slippers, just dress like you got some dang sense. Exactly. And it's a black establishment who has sense, and they want better for our people. And this black woman walked up and did that. If that was a black man that did that, what you think would have? He'd have got arrested, man. And what if he was sitting there, this is for body positivity? They'd be like, bro, stop. Who are you, Lizzo? Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Society allows women to get away with shit like that. But I'm telling you right now, if I was standing online with my family, I'd have cursed her out. I'd have pulled out my fucking video. I'd have pulled out my phone, and I'd have degraded that fat bitch, bro. Let me tell you how retarded we are. And how we accept ignorance as excellence. Read that. Did y'all peep what Apple did? I saw this. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my brother LaRon, Broken Traditions. Y'all seen this? There are millions of niggas in America that think this is cute, and they ran out and downloaded it. They take the dumbest shit that we make famous, that we make known, and they profit off of it. Some white person sat up and I don't give a fuck. Don't tell me it's a black person, but some white person pays attention. And it's a white person in marketing. And it's their job to find out, hen dog salute. It's their job to find out what's hot and what's not. And one of the things that these marketing motherfuckers do, and Bert, you can probably attest to this. They pay close attention to our culture because we create everything. We create everything. They'll just walk around and look. They'll drive through our hoods and look what we got on. I'll give you an example. Timberland made a boot. It was a tan boot. It was a construction boot. No, I'm sorry. It was a dark brown pigskin boot with steel toes. You know why people started wearing them in New York? You wanna know why? You might never know. They wore it because when you got into a fight, that shit was a weapon. That's why it'd be summertime. You walk around parts of Brooklyn and the Bronx, summertime, you'll see a dude wearing pigskin Timbs, not tied all the way up, but tied around the ankle. And it looked like a fucking bat ears by his calf. You're like, why is he walking around with winter boots on? I know his feet stink, but he's bopping hard in the street. You know why? Because at any time, somebody could jump on him. And he starts throwing kicks. That shit was a weapon. You ever got kicked in the shin with a Tim boot? When I worked at clubs, one of the things was if you had on Timbs, you couldn't get in. You could not get in. We'd be looking down. Nope, nope, nope. And they came out with Gore-Tex later. That was way later. Everybody, when you had on pigskins, you knew it was going down. Then they made a tan boot. Same thing. Timberland didn't start making, when they found out, they looked at their sales and said, why are sales up? Where's this happening? New York. Why? These are construction boots. And they took a drive around the hoods. Everybody was wearing them. You know what I noticed? They thought that there was construction companies being built and shit. And they'll tell you different, but I know how it is because I lived it. I watched this thing unfold. I'm from New York. See? You could not get in the clubs wearing Timbs. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Oh, that's dope, Stormy. That's dope. Yes, sir. You couldn't get into the club with Timbs, man. The clubs that had a loose dress code, you could wear jeans, you could wear sneakers, you could wear your fitteds. But Timbs was a no-no. Because if you had 5 or 6 dudes coming up with pigskins, they looking for somebody. You don't let them in. Then Timberland did something weird. I saw this boot. It was brown and green. And then I saw the Tim logo on it. We started calling them beef and broccolis. Named it after Chinese food. In the hood, it's a famous dish. Either you got the General Tso's chicken with the rice, or you got the beef and broccoli with the rice. We started calling them beef and broccolis. I said, Timberland making fashion shit now? Because it was a construction boot, man. And I'm going to tell you what else they did. See, it's a whole thing. Then they started taking they took the regular tan Timbs. I started seeing light gray ones. I had a pair of those. Low cut now. They started fashioning them out because they went into our neighborhoods and saying, yo, why the sales up over here in New York? What's going on? And they saw all these cats wearing them. They said, you know what? Let's make them fashionable. They started making colors. So Timberland is still a construction boot, but it's more of a fashion statement now. We made them millionaires. And then rival companies came out. Gore-Tex, Lugs. Columbia started making a Columbia rain boot. I had a pair of those. Yeah, I know. He didn't want black folks wearing, because guess what? People were kicking everyone's ass over here over those boots. A lot of people were getting fucked up. You should see the police reports. They caught dudes and stomped them out. Motherfucker had a Timberland Timberland imprint on the side of his eye. Nice and Timberland. I was like, what the fuck? I saw the picture. I was still in high school when that happened. A cop had showed me. He said, look at this. Gang activity. Mark Wunderlich in the building. They took the box cutters off the shelf. Before, you can go on Bodega and tell Mr. Sanchez, let me get a box cutter, because you was using it for carpentry. But it was so easy to get. Kids was walking around with box cutters and 10 boots, cutting people. Yeah, pink pair of Timbs. I seen it all. Yeah. Listen, man, I know the history of it. Man. And my point is, we're always being watched. We're always being watched. And while we're being watched, we're not paying attention, man. So people, now I'm talking to our community. We come in, we're assimilated, people watch us, people feed off of our culture. They try and amplify the negativity. That emoji with a woman with a bonnet on, a dude with a do-rag on. You understand? You understand? Y'all notice I stopped wearing it? You notice that? I was saying, hey man, I'm a sports channel. I work out. But, you know, I just don't want to wear it. Jeff Spark in the building, salute. And one of the things that society is amplifying is that black men ain't shit, and we don't take care of our babies, and we're absent fathers, and they run to the women that chose wrong, and they amplify the 16%. It was in rap songs. You remember Ed O.G. and the Bulldogs? He had a song called Be a Father to Your Child. He was talking to the people that weren't fathers to their child. He didn't say the whole community ain't fathers to their children. He didn't say that. But he was talking about the men that made bad decisions and the women that allowed them to make bad decisions. These women give access. They allowed the 16% of niggas that ain't shit to give access to their coochie. And then when they mature and grow up, they want to cut a dude down that wants a woman with a fresh pair of ovaries. Paul, bro, I seen that. It's us up here too. When I see a dude with a bonnet on, I want to kick him down a flight of steps. Why are you behaving like that, you stupid man? It's bad. It's bad. But they profit off of us. They profit off of our ignorance. Okay, that black app, there's a black dating app. And it was just brought to my attention. Y'all were here when I spoke about that washed up bitch Trina and that fat gay rapper Spicy Sanchez. What's his name? That guy with the no vote, no vucking. I heard that the guy that created that app, I think he referred to it in the song. And the guy that created that application backed the song. He has something to do with the song. They all work together. So this, I think, am I right on that, y'all? That's a white guy that invented a black dating app and got a washed up stripper, whoever she is, and a homosexual rapper to lead the charge in sending us to the polls to vote. Hence, that man is profiting off of the dysfunction in our community. And y'all don't see a problem with this. When I talk about it, I'm wrong. Women are the backbone of the community. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, y'all don't know how to choose men. Y'all keep running to the 16%. But you got brothers like in the picture I just showed, those niggas are fucking corny to you. And then when they say, oh, look, I'm on these dating apps that are not created for you, come to find out. I'm on these dating apps, I can't get a good date. These women are airheads and they talking about what you're gonna do for me. And I'm like, you got 3 kids, what the fuck? I'm not gonna sign up for that. And then you go on whatever app and then talk about how, you know, he's gay and he gotta be gay, he ain't got no kids and he's 40 years old. Like that's the norm? Like that's not normal to you? You should be humble. Maybe he might come in and take care of you and your seed, but that's a fucking bad deal. And then get mad when they pack their shit and leave. So I'm asking these women that are stuck in this rut, because it's a rut, that's what it is. I hear those single women talking about, single mothers talking about, hey man, I can't find a date. Yo, look, it's gonna be hard for you. You're 39 years old, and Junior, named after his father that you don't fuck with, hasn't paid a dime in child support and pops up every now and again. And you want the 41-year-old dude that's at the top of the fucking food chain to come in and fix your shit. How about this? He's not fixing it. He's leaving. He said, first time since I was 18, I'm not voting, especially here in Georgia. That song was completely disrespectful. It's disrespectful to the community. It's disrespectful to us, and we didn't make enough noise about it, man. We should have told both of them to sit their ass down somewhere. We should have been outraged. Now, I made us think about it. A lot of people made us think about it. But you know what they're going to do. You have a woman, me as a heterosexual man, I'd be accused of being misogynistic by calling her out on her bullshit. And I'd be accused of having a gripe with the community, with the rainbow people. Oh, you don't like her because she's a woman. You don't like him because he's gay. No, I don't like them because they're assholes. This was a dick move. It was a dick move. That's supposed to make, if a person's voting for the first time, if a person is eligible to vote for the first time, and they're on the fence about it, like, I don't know, they're supposed to turn that song on, and that's supposed to encourage them to go vote. And guess what? It's what's motivating them. What are they saying really to the black community? What motivates us? Sex? I didn't see no country singer do that to those white folks. No white rock star do that to their rocking those rocker fans. Go vote, dear. If you don't vote, you don't get no head. They ain't do that. It's always us. It's always us. And what do they have representing the damn black community? A oversexed, over-the-hill black woman and a homosexual man. That's what they think of us. Hey, they wearing Timbs and stomping people out? Let's make the boots in different colors.
Whoa! Yeah, it's kind of pretty before it gets started.
What? Y'all better know y'all worth, man. I was extremely offended, but I was watching. I'm like, who else was as offended as I am? I was pissed off, man. Philip says, not only was that disrespectful to the community, but that was directed at black men. Yes. I want to know, black women, did any black women, were they disgusted at that? Do they defend us at all? Or black women just mad at us all the fucking time? I would not want my son or nephew listening to that. couldn't imagine my son saying, "Your dad, man, I don't know if I'm gonna vote." Well, here, turn this on and then tell me what you think. What? I mean, seriously? Ladies, you got sons that are voting age? Would you play that to encourage them to vote? What did my sister Shawa say? Let me go up. She said, they're on some bullshitty. They dogged the hell out of black men last voting cycle. Now they trying to say that you men are important. Y'all were always important. They need to grovel. Yo, listen, man. If you don't like who's running, hold your vote. I'm not playing these games with this Democrats and Republicans. I'm independent. I know I'm registered Democrat. No, I just eeny, meeny, mighty mode that motherfucker. I'm not even gonna hold you. I am not loyal to a party. I want to know what you're gonna do and what's it mean on my taxes. That's what I want to know. And that's how we should be voting. You vote for the best interest of your pockets. Thank you, Shower. I appreciate you, sis. This is a married black woman. Okay? You understand? You see? So of course she gets it. She's offended by it. And I didn't only dog Trina out. Listen, when she was hot, guess what? She didn't say anything that made me, yo, you got the new Trina video? I mean, you saw the new Trina video? You got the new Trina album? No, I was never interested in her. I know some dudes are thirsty. Look, watch the video, go beat your meat, go shake dice under your goddamn blanket, whatever you're doing. Get it out the way, but she never intrigued me. They ran out and got Trina and Saucy Santana, right? And she's a, look, Trina or Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill also looks 10 times better than her. They couldn't get Lauryn Hill and Nas. You could have got any rapper. How about this? You couldn't get Lauryn Hill and Common to try and appeal to the black community how important voting is. You couldn't cut them a check. You understand? You couldn't cut them a check. They purposely dug up that. The dude that owns that black dating application, he feels that this is what we are. This is what he feels. And y'all not offended? And all of this is connected. So when I tell these black women, y'all need to make a deal, man. Y'all need to talk to these brothers. And all of you that have negative things to say about brothers, I can tell y'all been dealing with the wrong brothers. Y'all ain't been dealing with this. And even if you saw this, you would look at the cup half empty instead of half full. Oh, but they can have kids all over the place. Oh, I dealt with niggas like this, and them niggas cheat too. And that, man. The whole time you talking, you got multiple color bonnets to match your goddamn tank top you wearing. There's nothing worse than seeing a chick with a bonnet on her head, a matching tank top with no fucking bra on. Fucking trip over your titties. Gravity's undefeated. Shawa said, I was pissed for y'all. You are the leaders of our community and families. And black media women and black female politicians played black men to the back. I was fish grease hot. They don't like us. They don't like us, man. I know, man, the vote. I know. My brother Jeff, he says, Trina used to do dumb songs with Trick. I know, bro. I know. The first time I saw her, was that when that came out? You Know Now. Remember that? I said, oh, here we go, another smut that's gonna sell for being promiscuous, since she's gonna promote that. Perfect. So do these women that don't protect us, that allowed that song to play, I mean, we had nothing to do with that. It was Trina and a homosexual male, Anthony Bolton, salute. We had nothing to do with that. Do they reserve the right to be angry at brothers getting their passports and leaving? They out your face. What you mad for? Do you reserve the right to be angry? After a few years of waiting to exhale, steady diet. That's right, Shawa. America hates our men. Point blank, period. We've been under attack. And they have tricked the black woman to thinking that we're the fucking enemy. And it's bad. It's bad out here in these streets, man. Bamboozled, man. Bamboozled. Y'all, black women really think we ain't shit. That frustrates me when I hear these women talk about black men with such malice. And I'm like, that's not me. That's not my father. That's not my uncles. That's not my grandfather. That's not my great-grandfather. I come from a lineage, a history of great black men. Okay? And all I see is these sisters hating us. And when I say, yo, look, man, these brothers is leaving. You know what I'm getting? Y'all saw it. Bye. What you mean bye? Why aren't you competing? Oh, if a dude don't like me, I'm just not going to chase. Wait a minute. For every one man, there's about 18 women. I'm sorry, 8 women. Last I checked. And this math could be off, but it's close. I think for every one man, there's 8 women. So if you got 2 Pookies, you got their 8. So that's 8, 16, 24. You might have around 24, 25 women to one man. And you're in America. And the women that you still, the women that approach you, there'd be something wrong with them. Some of them, either they got kids, or their living situation is odd. You look up their goddamn profile on whatever app you on, relationship status. It's complicated. The fuck does that mean? You know what that means? That means she's getting her back ripped out by a guy that wants nothing to do with her, but she needs to get off. And this is the norm now. But when they ask the women, yo, look, I don't know. I mean, remember when I said, what if the man comes to you and says, look, baby, I love you. Could you take off about 15 pounds? What was I met with in the chat? And I knew what I'd be met with. That's why I asked. And I did it to prove a point. Growth says, most of us do come from good men. It's frustrating to get this from sisters, but even more so as a black man, it hurts. No cap. It does, man. The man says, nah, we can't blame nobody but these so-called women for their actions and nobody else. They know they're choosing wrong, but they don't want to be right because girls just want to have fun, bro. The sexual revolution and I am women. I could do, if you could do it, I could do it. Yo, look, man, go to what's that? Paternity court. I can't tell you how many times I've watched that, and the woman be like, "Oh, well, he cheated, so I cheated." And now you're here. Now he's questioning the baby. Now he's questioning your 3 other kids. I'll never forget, I was watching an episode of Divorce Court. It's a long time ago with Maybelline Ephraim, the old one, right? The old episodes. And the lady's standing there, And for the first 10 minutes, she made her husband look like shit. He was a military guy. You know what I'm saying? And handsome brother, had a mustache. He looked like Carl Weathers. He might have been a shade lighter. And she said, well, he don't answer his phone when I call the base, and he's always out and he hangs out with these girls. And he said, look, we on a military base. When we get some time, we go out, we go into town. I can't help it if women talk to me. I'm not doing anything though. And she says, yeah, I don't believe you. Every time I do call you, when you do answer the phone, I hear some guys, but there's always these girls there and whatever. And he says, those are the two girls you know. And she said, well, that don't mean nothing. So I forget what happened, but it came out that whole time she was seeing somebody. Come to find out, I forgot how it came out. He's like, yeah, but what about this dude that when I did call you back, I heard him in the background, and I heard you go, and I asked you what that was, and she was like, yo, there was nobody there. So then Judge Maybelline Etham asked, are you seeing someone? And she did one of these. No. And she was like, are you seeing someone? She was like, no, I'm not seeing. I mean, he got friends, I got friends, and I already knew what time it was. So he said, I'm not doing anything, but, she's been, claiming that I'm returning calls, and I'm sitting here looking like a villain. He says, I wanted a paternity test for my two kids because, I was deployed to Iraq. No, I'm sorry. This was a long time ago. I think it was the first Gulf War. I think it was Bush number one. He was deployed a couple of times. And he said, yeah, it was around the time, but I wasn't thinking about that, but I want my children tested. Right? And he was like, she got me here in divorce court. I'm the bad guy. But, she accusing me of stuff, but I think she's only accusing me because she's doing something. So take the paternity test. First kid, the last kid that was born. 0.00000% that he was a father. Everyone was like, oh. And she's standing on the side of the thing. She wasn't crying or nothing. This was her face. And he looked at her. And then they tested, and these weren't like babies. They were like 5 and 6 years old by then. They tested the firstborn. 0. Judge looks at her like, what the fuck? Hold on, where's my soundbite?
What the fuck?
And he grabbed the paper and walked the court officer had to walk over because he thought he was gonna hit us. He said, look, 0. And she had this bugged out smirk on her face, like, yeah, you don't care, bitch? So she was like, y'all getting a divorce and you to my chambers. And he was like, yo, both of those kids ain't mine, man. And she was like, yo, you got to go to your state and see if you can get removed off. But he says, yo, they know me. I know them. I'm thinking they're mine, man. How do I just, and when I was younger, I used to say, fuck that, leave. Just leave them and leave. When I got older, it started to sink in like, can you imagine? And I'm gonna do a show about this. I might do it Wednesday, y'all. The paternity fraud. There's been paternity fraud, a lot of it. But can you imagine 5 years, 6 years, and you find out you've been raising this kid from birth? Every time you walk in the door, they run up to you. You're going to open school night. You're going to Cub Scouts, Girl Scouts, and then you find out you have that one thing, and you're like, wait a minute. He do look like that nigga that worked with her. Because they starting to come into their look now. It's like, and then you sneak that DNA test in, and it's like not yours. Now you're mad, but it's like, hold on. Let's say you handle it like a G, but when the dust settles and it's like, okay, I'm going to leave, but this dude has not been in this kid's life. Do I leave that kid? Because now you have a bond, and now all that kid, it's not the kid's fault. Now you know it's a kid, but now it's this bitch. You going to leave? Guess what you're going to be doing? Child support. Whereas, what are you going to do? Stay? Because now you're disgusted with her. You're disgusted. Like, yo, I don't even want to be in the same room with you, bitch. If you stepped out and keep it to yourself, I ain't have to know that. But this is a reminder now. Now I know you did it, and I did it, and guess what? And now I gotta pay? But fuck the money for a second, because you'd be paying that anyway, even if the child was yours. But now, this is not your blood seed, man. That's different. Now it's like, oh shit. What if that child needs blood now? Think about it. It's not your blood. There could be a clinical, Joe, what up, bro? There could be a clinical condition where only the parent can donate blood or an organ or something. Hold on, y'all. What's good, bro? I'm live. Yeah. All right, yeah, go ahead. I'll be over there. All right. Yeah, that's a fucked up pill to swallow. I might talk about that on Wednesday. But no accountability, man. And I know a couple of brothers that went through that. I know a brother that raised a kid until he was fucking 22 years old. And then he found out. The son stopped talking to them up, man. And you know how they found out? The nigga popped up. Guess what old girl said? She said, I dead ass thought he was dead. Cause something happened and he was in some street shit. Niggas got laid to rest. And wherever it happened, she left the state and didn't look back. It was like, yo, I don't know what or whatever. This was in the 90s. There was no cell phone. There was no internet. Like how we on it right now. It wasn't like that. And she left, came back to New York. No doubt, bro, if I'm on a job. Came back to New York and the nigga just popped up. Opened the door and she almost fainted. She said a dead ass thought he was dead. Dude standing there like, her husband, yo. Standing there like, who are you? And this is a dude I know, looked at me, was like, he said, yo, I already knew what time it was, because I looked at him and looked at my son. My son's 22 years old. And he was like, this bitch, man. He was with her the whole time. And she was going down, Isaiah, what up, bro? I think going down to Philly and freaking off with this dude. Came back and thought it was his. Child 20, he a grown man about to finish college. And she, man, he didn't fight. What can you do? Come in. He sat there and just let her tell the story. I thought all three men, because her son was 22 years old, all three men were just sitting there talking to her, looking at her like, husband like, I ain't asked for this. The son was like, the fuck? Dude was like, I couldn't find you. And I heard from my cousin who came up here and then saw you and then saw him. Was like, yo, I think you need to da-da-da. And I saw her there and I tracked you down. "22 years. she knew. It was no, oh, it was a mistake, I didn't know. Bullshit. I saw a picture of homie. He didn't look nothing like him. My man don't look nothing like his son, so I just assumed that he looked like someone from her side. I ain't give it a second thought, and he didn't either. He didn't miss a Little League game. He didn't miss an open school night. Helped him with his schoolwork. Bought him a car. Helped him get a scholarship. To that. %16%. It's what's getting all the shine. 84% are the ones just stuck. Like, yo, I can't do this. So they hopping on planes and leaving. And I look at these TikTok videos. Every now and again, they pop up on my either on YouTube and my Instagram. And these bugged out looking chicks with funny color hair. You can see all of their pupils. I don't give a fuck about no dude going over there. Bye. I don't care. I got my own. I got 14 companies. I don't care. Looking ass. You don't care why you talking. Exactly, up echelon. These women, these bitches on TikTok, the bitches that I've seen, they don't qualify. Yeah, okay, you're a boss. You got your own money. You got your own companies. And yeah, you don't need no man. Good. What gives you the right to talk about, why are you talking down on the women over there? Like they're in the mud huts and shit. They're walking around with thongs in their ass made of goddamn grass. It's not like that. You don't know none of those people over there. That's disrespectful. Ladies don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve the right. You don't have the right. You shut your damn mouth. Shut your mouth. That's what you do. Stop talking. Yeah, exactly, Philip. I was gonna open up a TikTok, but I changed my mind so fast. I started seeing these women. It's flooded with TikTok. They should call it toxic. Toxic talk. TikToxic. That's what you call it. TikToxic. It is like the worst shit in the world, man. Nope. And they let it go. A woman could get on there and say the darndest things. Like I said, Cynthia G got right up here on YouTube and said, if you're pregnant with a black male baby, delete it. She said that, man. Snacks B, you can't be serious, brother. That's crazy. TikToxic. No, thank you. People doing weird challenges. Every time I turn around, some fat bitch twerking. It don't even have to be a fat bitch. You can be a regular bitch. Why are these bitches twerking every 5 minutes? You know what I got a problem with? I was on this girl's Instagram and I got pictures and I want to try and get one of these. No doubt, Snacks. I'm going to try and get these Instagram chicks on the show. I'm going to try. I'm going to reach out to them. I'm not going to slide in their DM for what they think. I'm going to slide in their DM because I got questions and I want to ask them to come on the panel and explain it because I don't see it. I was watching, I was scrolling down to Instagram. This girl with red hair, she twerking. Big old ass. And I was looking at the scenery and I saw a picture of a family. And I'm like, why is she twerking in the living room? She could at least took the picture down. Right? So I went on her Instagram because now I'm curious. It's like, what kind of shit is this? Everything, she's twerking, looking over her shoulder, the same thing. I scroll down. First day of school, I love my son. Y'all don't see nothing wrong with that? I'm talking to the women. Huh? Let me see if I can grab the picture. See if I can find just one, because I downloaded it because I was going to talk about her, man. I don't think I have one. Oh, I do. This woman, KP's skilling them. KP's killing them. Look, stallion, thought shit. Let me take that down because that might be a problem. But I went down her Instagram and she got various pictures of her and her son. I love my son. And you know, these kids. Now, y'all remember the video I did of the woman, light-skinned black sister? And she said she had a threesome with a son and a mother. And the dude said it was a stepmom. No, it was his blood son. And she blew him. Y'all think that shit is fake? I scrolled down that woman's Instagram and I see her son, first day of school, and he was like about maybe 10 or 11 years old. Somebody is gonna see this big old bitch twerking and scroll down here and see this nigga walking to school like, oh shit, that's your mother? He has to go to school with that bullshit, man. Some of these women have no value in themselves and they don't give a fuck. That is the most selfish thing I've ever seen. And that'll be the bitch to get mad at a dude that says, you know what? Screw you guys. I'm going to goddamn Venezuela to grab me a chick because I can't do this. My time is running out. I'm 39. I'm 41. I'm a bachelor. I keep striking out here. Everyone got kids or they got issues. I need to go over there and go across seas. All the knowledgeable, sane black women that are childless, y'all need to catch these brothers and show them some fucking respect. I'm tired of hearing women talk about, oh, I'll submit to a man if he's worth submitting to. If he act right. How about you act right 100% of the time? God damn. You should be in your feminine 100% of the time. You shouldn't be sitting at a goddamn dinner table that he's paying for. Standoffish. We losing out here. And a lot of the bitches that are mad at these passport bros, they don't qualify to say shit. Just shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up!
You don't talk, y'all understand, y'all women, y'all done talk niggas into leaving the country. Y'all know how crazy this shit sounds? And it's all because y'all played into this bullshit. I talked about Timberlands and how these white motherfuckers came up in they found out what's hot and what's not. They've systematically destroyed our community from the inside out. Everything played a factor in. From our gear, to what we wear, to what we listen to. the gear, the ears, it's all fear. They made us hate each other. Black men don't hate you. There's 84% of black men that are eligible. I was listening to Kevin Samuels and he said this. 84% of these men are eligible. They're either wealthy or in the middle class and childless. And 30% of them are virgins. You know what this woman said? Well, I know, but some of them be ugly. She said that. She said it. I heard it. I was like, what? He stopped the whole show. He said, there you go. There you go. And that bitch wasn't even an adjustable 6. Exactly, the man. They want to play victim, but they're not. This is crazy. Dudes are leaving now. And the women complaining, all the women complaining are not qualified to complain. Because you look at them, look at who's complaining. That's all I'm saying. Look at the TikTok videos. I saw some brown-skinned, cockeyed bitch with box braids. This was her. I see all these men talking about getting passports, but if you don't want to stay here, then leave. I mean, we don't need these black men doing that. There's a lot of us. I'm looking at this. I said, I can't believe this bitch. She should be begging everyone to stay. One eye looking straight, the other eye looking north by northwest. What the fuck are you looking at? Never mind. I heard you. Ain't nobody checking for you. You should go get your eye fixed. Bruiser Brody looking ass bitch. Get your eyes fixed. Check your attitude. It's not 1993. Those box braids were so fucking played out. Fix yourself. All right? And get a man. DQ, disqualified, man. Fuck what you heard. Well, anyway, I'll be back Wednesday. I'm gonna talk about the increase in fake paternity. It's a problem, man. It's a problem. I would ask my boy to come on here and tell that story, but I don't have the heart to do it because when he talks about it, he does get choked up. Because 22 years in that young man's life, where's he going? What I will say is, the dude that was the real father, he's around now. There's no beef, but he divorced his wife, though. He did over that. He really did. He said, I could not get over that, boy. He said the first 5 years was bad. I had a job. I was working overnights. I was the only one working. And she wanted me to spend, like, oh, you gotta do this for the kid. You gotta do this. Like, yo, I have a night job. I'm only getting 2 hours of sleep. Well, he's up and he said the first 5 years was brutal, but he went through it. And he said a lot of times he felt unappreciated. It was thankless. But the only thing that kept him in it was his was his son. And it was all worth it just to find out some dude literally knocked at the door. He said, when I opened the door and looked at him, I knew what time it was because my son ended up looking like a younger version of him. He was like, and where your mind goes, according to what he told me, he said automatically it went to only the bad times that I put up with her, trying to juggle him around with babysitters, and I was the only person working for like 12 years. He immediately thought about the bad times. He had to go to therapy over that shit, man. The good times what keeps him around. His son tells him, man, don't even worry about mom. That was fucked up, Pops. Don't even worry about that. That's over with. You ain't got to even talk to her anymore. Because he's grown. He's grown and out the house. So he has him, and he has his real father. Now, does Shorty have the son have a relationship with his mom? He does. I said, was she apologetic? Now get this, y'all. He said she apologized, but at the same time, she tried to justify at that time why she was doing what she was doing. That's a backhanded apology. I said, man, there was no reason. Man, we were all young. You had problems when you was 17, 18 years old, but you worked through that shit. By the time she got in her 20s, she was driving down to, I think it was Philadelphia. She did that every weekend and was lying to you. And even though, we was young, even though he was doing his thing, he ain't bringing no baby. She did that. And guess what, y'all? She won. She got the wedding ring and the wedding. She won in life. What do I always say, y'all? Time reveals all truth, and the lie is nothing but the long way to the truth. You heard me say that, right? 22 years, that was the furthest thing from my head. And this dude that she thought was dead got killed on some street shit. Last time she saw the dude, something happened in the street. She literally jumped in the car while her cousins came back to New York. Never looked back. She said she thought he was dead. That's what she said. Oh, he got shot. He's laying in the street. He's not moving. Where? What? Something? What? Yo, grab your bags. We leaving. We ain't staying for none of this shit. That was the story. Because I knew some girls that used to roll with her. Conda, what up? That happened. She said she came back up, never looked back. And sometime in that same week or so, she was smashing my dude and, hey, I'm pregnant, and never gave it a second thought. And I told him, I said, bro, she knew. She fucking knew, man. I went here. Well, this is the type of time that some of these people are on. It's fucked up. You know what I mean? Exactly, Bert. Zero accountability, man. Zero accountability. It's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But to close out the title, these modern women, and to be a modern woman, I'm not giving you props by calling you a modern woman. These modern women are not qualified to be mad at the passport bros. Oh yeah, especially since women been leaving this country to get their backs ripped out, like their spine ripped out of their body, like Scorpion in the Mortal Kombat video games. They've been doing that in other countries for years. France, parts of Europe, going down to Africa, just to have sex with those African dudes down there. That's been happening in Jamaica. How Stella got her groove back. So that culture has been celebrated long before the passport brothers either came about. See, the thing is, the women was going down there for free sex. The passport brothers are going out of the country looking for wives. Bam. There you go. Fucking ridiculous. But salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App. This is Slow Cook. I love this channel, man. Yeah, exactly. Upper Echelon Girls Trip. Exactly. You know what I mean? So to answer the question, no, modern women don't qualify to be mad at shit. But y'all can stay mad on TikTok, though. TikToxic. Stay mad over there. You know what I'm saying? But blame us for everything. Meanwhile, the black family is disintegrating. And y'all choose not to do nothing. These men are open for a conversation. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all on some buy shit, then let it rock. Don't get mad when he come back with Mei Ling and Marisol.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
Rest well, Godfather. Salute to everybody, man. Much love. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be. Y'all just tune in tomorrow. And Wednesday we'll discuss the fake paternity, man. But salute to all of y'all, man. Tay Jones is live, man. Let's head over there, man. I'll catch you on the rebound.